Hello, everybody. I am Lindsay Bushing. Welcome back to Work in Prog-mess. I just muted my microphone when I did the intro again, so let's try this again.
She is a work in progress, may not figure it out, but she'll do her best. Try to play it cool, but is always stressed.
But no matter what, she's a work in prog-mess.
That was good. Let's hear it.
Welcome back to episode 2. I am really excited to be filming a second episode pretty quickly after my first one because it took me a very long time to do the first one because I would sit down and I would have so many ideas all day, like so excited to do it when I finally get the time after work. I'm like, it's like 7:30. I'm like drinking an Alani. I'm like, let's go. And then I sit down and I freak out and get so nervous and I can't think of anything to say, which for me in real life is a very seldom affair. I'm a chit chatter. I made a podcast, so at least I can listen to myself talk. Hopefully other people will listen to me talk too, but I like the sound of my own voice. Maybe not after having a podcast, probably not. I try not to overthink, and then I set it up. I sit down. I don't know. I make sure I don't look crazy. I have to set all my stuff up, and I do not have a fancy setup. So I'm doing it on my phone, and I have to keep checking, like, if it's set up good, and then horrible. I don't have any lighting. Okay, you guys don't care. But anyway, by the time that I sit down, I don't know. I have too much time to think about it leading up to what I'm doing, and then I get stage fright, and I can't do it, and then I try to record an episode 7 times, and then I keep saying the same thing, and then it feels inauthentic. So we're trying not to do that this episode. I think I already said this. I'm a work in prog-mess. I better stop saying that, otherwise we're going to get sick of the name. But I don't want to keep doing that. So, I was just listening to Brittany Broski's first episode of the Broski Report. I've been listening to first episodes of other podcasts to kind of hype myself up. So I feel a little bit better about it. But so the first episode was so hard for me to film, and I only had my tiny mini microphone. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see that. If not, it's about 2 inches big, and it just made the most terrible audio sounds when I moved too quickly or anything. It was just so sensitive. So I got a new microphone. I upgraded, but I was so nervous to film that first episode. Like, once I did it, I'm not doing it again. Like, I just want to be done with it. I want to be like, yes, we're on episode 2 now. Welcome back, everybody. Now we're friends. I'm an expert at this. So if you made it through that, thank you. And I also feel like I don't want it to be ingenuine. I'm doing this, like, I want this to be like a capsule series in my life. So I want how I'm feeling to actually be like an intimate part of the video, and I think that's just being real, and that's what I want that to come across with what I'm trying to do. So I don't know, maybe this is more fit for YouTube purposes, but I hope this gets on the audio places. I don't know if you're listening, if anyone is ever listening on anything ever but YouTube, I don't know, message me so I can know. That means I made it. If one person listens to this on Spotify, I have a successful podcast. Yes, thank you. Definitely playing with my microphone audio. Anyway, I'm still trying to get comfortable with the structure. I am a very much a person who needs to do it, and then I figure it out while I'm doing it. Like, even when I was in school and I would write essays for my class, in college. I mean, I did this always, but this is like my method in college for sure. I just kind of have to start writing, and then like I don't make an outline or anything. I have to start doing it, and because my ideas are already so in my mind, like I just need to get it out. So I kind of get it all out and like let it, is percolate the right word? I don't want to be one of those people where you want to throw the keyboard at the screen because you're like, no, that's not the right word, or no, that's the wrong meaning, and you're just like, or they can't think of the word, and you're like, oh, I never want to smash my head against my steering wheel more than when I'm listening to a podcast and someone, you know the word, and the person cannot think of the word. Whew. There's just absolutely nothing you can do. And it sucks. So I'm sure there will be moments like that here as well. Back to what I was saying, the structure of this podcast. So that was what I was saying. I'm trying to feel it out. But I think I'm going to have like a main intentional thing that I'm talking about it's going to be like the main discussion or point, or there might be a theme of the episode, but I'm talking about a lot of things. I don't know. But then I also am going to talk about a lot of random things. I like when to start it off with like what's going on currently. This is a time capsule. This podcast is for, you know who my ideal audience is? No, that's narcissistic. I feel like that's a little bit narcissistic of me. It's just for me in like 20 years. Like, how fun would this be? I always think about that. Like, for people who make a lot of content now, it'll be awesome to look back at. To a degree, to a line. I don't want to be filming everything forever, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about random things, and the first thing that I wanted to talk about, hopefully these transitions will get better, but this is really just what it's like to have a conversation with me, unfortunately. I think it's a good time. I don't know if others feel that way. But I want to talk about March Madness because it's Friday. Today's Friday, March 21st, maybe. You know, I write the date so many times a day at work, and I still don't know what it is. I just look on my computer screen, and I'm like, 3/21, whatever. Anyway, March Madness just started this weekend, and I literally probably would have never gave a fuck about it before, but my boyfriend, obsessed with all of the fantasy, all of the everything, the brackets, and I just like see how much fun. I like sports. I have always watched sports. I've been into sports, but I've never done any of the fantasy stuff. But anyway, this is my boyfriend's bread and butter, and I love him, and he like gets so excited about it, and I'm like, that's so cute, and he like has so much fun, but he's also so serious about it. I'm like, all right, I want to give this a shot. So I told him at the end of, or probably like halfway through the football season, I was like, next time I want in on something. Give it to me. I want to be on the team. Give me a referral. I'll make my own. Tell me what I got to do. So March Madness time rolls around. He literally asked me like a couple days ago, and I made my bracket. And now it started. But so there wasn't much forethought. But he asked me to do March Madness. I'm in his like, he invited me. They do like a work one, but they can invite people. So like I'm in it. His parents are in it. Whatever. I'm like, yay, I get to do this with him. He loves it. This is so fun. It's so fun. I like it a lot, actually. Surprise. I mean, I thought I would, but I am invested. I watch a lot of sports anyway, but this is a lot. Like, I was checking the scores at work. And I get so angry. This is literally only the second. Is this the second day? Yeah, this is the second day. Before this was like it was like pretend to actually get in even. So it's like the second day, and I get so pissed when my bracket prediction, my whatever it's called, I don't know, is incorrect and they lose. I get so angry. And then when they win, oh my god, it's like the best drugs you ever did. Maybe this is why people like gambling. I don't know. I also want to talk about Kate Middleton having cancer. Everyone was shocked that she had cancer, and I was like, why did you people not think about it? That's what I thought. She's having a major abdominal surgery, and everyone's like making jokes she got a BBL. Like, yeah, she probably has cancer, and then I don't know, they're not going to want to tell you guys yet. I don't know. It could be handled differently. I don't know why they Photoshop shit, but like all the jokes were so stupid because I was like, obviously something very bad is happening. The woman had surgery and has not been seen. Why are we? She will, I don't think she will ever be considered the queen because she's the queen consort, maybe. I don't know. She is very important over there. So just the stuff that she got like a BBL and stuff, I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And then now she has cancer and everybody feels bad. And I'm like, yeah, you should feel bad because what else do you think was going on? Okay. And then this is also really bad, but I wanted to talk about, I was just having so many thoughts about the Nickelodeon documentary and Drake Bell and everything that was going on. Because it is just, I mean, I can't even imagine having to experience that as a person. And then also, you know, I've heard, I don't know, I haven't done my research, probably should before I talk on something, but apparently he has accusations, you know, that's a cycle of abuse that continues, unfortunately, sometimes. I'm not excusing him or anything, I'm just saying, I feel sorry for him for what happened back then. What he does now, you can't claim. So it's just so horrible, but then I was thinking about it just because I feel kind of disgusted about it too because it's my childhood and these were the people that I'm not taking, like, obviously what happened to him. I'm not trying to compare that at all. I'm just was having lots of thoughts about how, number one, how these are the people that are producing content and things catering to children. So fear for that those people are also giving it to the consumers, the children. That's just icky. But then also, what? I don't really know when Drake and Josh came out, but I used to watch the Amanda Show. I was born in 1999, so I'm 24, so I'm like right there, you know, with all that stuff right on the edge. So I used to watch that. Drake was on, he was on there. I mean, we could talk about Amanda Bynes too. I hope she's okay. I really do. I just want the best for her because she did light up. She was a friend in childhood. Like, I looked forward to watching that show so much. It was so great, and it made me laugh. Anyway, the Dancing Lobsters. I always liked the girl. I forget what her name was. Oh, that was so funny. And the one where her mom flew away in a hot air balloon. See, but now I feel I don't want to support the man who made these. So, anyway, off topic. Just thinking about at the time, so I was probably in 2006, I was like 6 or 7, 8, I don't know. Around that time, like, I thought he was so cool and hot and like funny and like I loved the show. And I was like, that was when I really started to be like, oh, these people are experiencing like a different life, kind of maybe in real life. I've always been kind of a little bit of a fangirl for Many a people. But so I was always thinking about that. Like, wow, they're a real person outside of this. He's so cool. His life is probably awesome. Being an actor, so cool. And this was happening to him. And he wasn't that much older than me. That is horrifying. Like, I thought he was just having the best time ever. That his life was probably like his character, but better because he was actually like kind of famous or whatever. And he's going through such a horrible traumatic event. That was really just like, even as a child, like a prime example of you cannot judge someone's how they feel or their situation or anything by how they come off or appear or what you think of them. And I think that it all just ties back to what we do with social media now and perceiving people as having a great life, and literally you don't know anything. I don't want to compare his experience or anything to anything else, but I started getting metaphorical. If you have a lot of existential crises or just love a tangent, I think you will enjoy this podcast. I want it to be longer form content because I just love to talk, and I think that's what's going on right now, and that's what I want to do. So if you're looking for something to the point, this is not the place for you. Like, this is not a place for tangent haters. This is not a place for fluffy brow haters. Whitney Simmons. So that, my mom texted me about it today, and then I was like, I have to talk about this on the podcast because it is crazy. It's just so. Also, Allison Stoner, she was from Camp Rock. Everyone knows who she is. She's the dancer. She was in Cheap or Bad the Dozen. She played my girl Sarah, who went on a date with Taylor Lautner, who had a big crush on that little shark boy when I was a kid. She's been in a lot of things. She has a series on being a child in Hollywood, and she is experienced with that. So, I mean, I have no say in that. You should go listen to her if you're more interested in that. But I just, again, think there need to be better protections. And unfortunately, maybe this is what this horrible documentary and things happening is what is going to lead to this not happening in the future. I don't know. Hopefully that is something good that can come from it. But I just really feel sorry for Drake Bell, and also sorry that something personal he had to go through like that. I mean, he's sharing it, so, you know, but like that, it had to be public knowledge. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak on it, but whatever. Oh God, I need a drink. And then I just also want to say, because, you know, this is a podcast of its time and there are horrible things going on in the world, and I have been sitting here as a person for the past couple months, like, I feel helpless. What can I do? I've done what I can. Now I feel like this is the way I can do more, but I don't know what else to do besides keeping people talking about it. I think we can't watch this happen, and it's weird that, like, I also am struggling with making podcasts that's going on in the world, and I'm just sitting here like, haha, la 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 la, love my life, listen to my problems. What was the main point of today's episode? Oh yeah, so I've been wanting to talk about not knowing, obviously, what I'm going to do with my life, but also my intense fear of failure that haunts me day and night. If you watch the first episode, I can't even believe I'm saying this. This is literally, I am in an era of, I need to do what I want. We're going to explore this together, guys. You will get to know me over time. hopefully I come off the way that people like me, but this is my true self. I just am a people pleaser. I don't know, like I've squished things down for a long. I'm ready to take up space, and I'm ready to feel my feelings and like be myself. And I have to stop being like, I am so self-critical, and I don't know why am I comparing my, even when I don't like outwardly do it, I think my brain is just hardwired since I've had my first conscious thought to compare myself to other people or judge my success by other people's success or things. But like I want to just like, I care about what I'm doing. But then, hello? Sorry everyone. It's really windy outside, and everyone, like I have an audience. There's like a windstorm going on, and it blew my balcony door open, and I thought my boyfriend came home, but I don't know, or someone came in my house. I don't know. Anyway, I need to stop being embarrassed or caring what other people think of me. That is not matter. I don't care anymore. Since my dad has gotten sick, I have realized, I mean, I've always known life is short, but it's very real. And it's way too much energy to like give a fuck about what other people think anymore. So I am relinquishing myself of this burden of a secret. It's not even a secret, but to me it feels like the most embarrassing thing in the world, and like people are gonna be like, oh my god, like you're never going to be successful, like oh, that's so terrible of you, blah blah blah. Like, girl, it's not even, and I would never think this of other people. It's just how I am feeling about myself. Like, I hold myself to a standard that I have not even defined. It's just never good enough. I don't know. I want to do an episode on that, kind of this episode on that too. We'll get there. Anyway, so I mentioned that I got, this is my secret, everyone. I got fired, and it haunts me every day. And I have a job. I have an office on the water. A little otter swims in the water around my office. There's a little family of them. Today I saw a snake. We're just in like one of those communities that looks like houses but are businesses, but there's like the woods behind it. I don't know. There's a lot of wildlife. It's pretty cool. I've worked there for a year and a half. I'm very confident and comfortable, and I leave every day still like, oh my god, I made a mistake. Am I going to get fired? Because I have mental health problems that make me think that, but then on top of that, I'm just embarrassed about it. So I am letting it go. I got fired from my job after college, and I was so ashamed of it for so long. I'm still like, I can't believe I'm saying it out loud. It feels like a bad word. And I'm not even trying to like brush it off. I was wrongfully, the situation is just not right. Basically, I was fired because I didn't know anything, but I was hired for a different job, and then two people quit and they needed someone to do the job, so they asked me to do it. And then I'm a legal assistant. I've had this job a long time. I'm not a certified paralegal. I have done paralegal duties that at a specific company that like promoted me to a paralegal there, but I'm a legal assistant. I'm not a certified paralegal. Obviously, I know a lot of things now, but whatever. That's what I've been doing while I've been studying to take the LSAT, but we can talk about that another time. So they lost a legal assistant, a paralegal, maybe a paralegal job managing a caseload of 300. Meanwhile, I am literally, I don't even know if I turned 22 yet. 21 or 22 because this was I was 22. I started in August and I got fired in March. Mind you, they knew I was straight out of college. I had worked at another place for like a year and 8 months or whatever and had obviously glowing recommendations. But they knew what I was. They knew I wasn't a certified paralegal or anything. And my first interview was like 2 hours long. Like, they grilled me. Obviously, I'm really good at doing interviews. This podcast makes me camera shy. I don't know why, but I can razzle dazzle in an interview. So they grilled me. I didn't get this job easily. And then I interviewed in May and they waited for me to start till August because I had to finish my thesis up during the summer at school. So I stayed an extra semester, like a summer semester, till August. And then I went there. They knew my qualifications. I was doing well as a legal assistant for this one attorney, whatever. They needed to fill the spot, thrust me in there. Literally don't know anything. I've never worked in this type of law before. I automatically have so many duties to do, and there's another lady who's not very nice to me, who got mad at me very quickly because I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out every day, but it took me a long, I don't know, I literally had to figure it out from nothing, and the girl didn't tell them there were people she was leaving, you have to transfer everything. I had never done this before. I was literally a little baby. I have a performance review 2 weeks after, and literally they tell me I'm doing good, and that they know they haven't helped me, but the attorneys are going to have some sessions with me to go over everything because paralegals are too busy. It was a boutique law firm. There was a good number of attorneys, so we were pretty busy. This was also my first time doing litigation. I don't think I don't know, maybe they shouldn't have hired me in the first place, but I was good in the beginning. Who knows? Whatever. So they were like, yeah, you're doing good. We love that you help out. I was offered to answer the phones because they didn't have a secretary. So I was doing that. So they were like, yeah, we know you need help, blah, blah, blah. We're going to help you, but you're doing a good job. And then literally no one ever helped me. It had been a week I asked. No one helped me. Then they were out of the office, whatever. And then it was 2 weeks after that. And then I worked the whole day, normal day. And then called me into the office and fired me and made me leave right then. And obviously I was bawling my eyes out because I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? I was not expecting that today. It is 4:30. I go home at 5:30. I was not expecting this today. And they made me leave right then. And someone packed up my stuff and I met them another day and whatever. And so I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by that. And now I constantly feel like I'm going to be fired. I know no safety. I know no second chance for a mistake. I literally shanghaied. I think that's the reference, right? That's when you get attacked out of nowhere. I forget what movie that's from. There's a fly. So I'm emotionally scarred from that. I don't know if anyone else has ever gotten fired like that, but that was a lot for me. I just freaked out, and then I was which sent me into a deep dark pit of despair, which kicked off my it's literally 2 years this March. My 2 years of, yikes, we're probably depressed and have so much health anxiety and everything is really scary and we're gonna shove it down and keep going. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta go through it, and hopefully I feel like I'm on the other side, but I gotta unpack some stuff. Yeah, I gotta unpack some stuff. But So yeah, it's March, like 2 years. And then my dad got sick in July. So I had a couple months in between. But before my dad got sick, I was already in, like, who am I? What is going on? Like, getting fired sent me into a deep, deep, deep existential crisis that I am a failure. I will never succeed in life. This is not, law is not for me. I'm stupid. I can't believe I got fired. I'm like looking up on Reddit how normal it is to get fired and who's ever gotten fired before. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares what, like, why am I doing that? Like, yeah, I'm afraid all the time, and I literally will leave work every day and I'm like, oh, you had a typo in your email today. You're getting fired, buddy. So I'm trying to reconcile with that, and I think by the first way of being okay with it is just to say it. And then to segue into my topic for today is fuck failure. It happens. And I can't let it define me and knock me down and make me... I need to learn that my achievements and whether I'm good at something on like a scale of that caliber, like socially, professionally, I don't know. I can't let it completely destroy my self-worth and image of myself, because that is not... I am more than a job that didn't teach me how to do anything, and it was a mess. But I tend to do that. If I fail at something, I think I am a failure. So I'm saying fuck failure. If I fail at something, it's okay, I'm a human. If I fail, I'm not a failure. As long as I tried my best, and hopefully I don't fail a lot all the time, but if I don't know, I just got to keep trying, and I can't think of myself as a failure if I fail, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's something I struggle with. I also, I don't know. I'd never known how to articulate this very well, because I don't know how it sounds or comes off or what it even is. But I also have judged myself so much about like how smart I am, or like impressive smart things that I do, or like think that needs to be my job, or like I was so embarrassed what I got on the SAT. I just judge myself in ways of being like traditionally smart. I'm just not. I'm very strong in language and history and social sciences and all of those kind of creative things, and in social interaction and everything. Just my brain has trouble with math. I wish it didn't, because I'm embarrassed to say that, because I think people are like, oh, you're bad at math. No, like, I used to have like a full-blown panic attack and like cry on my answer sheet during the FCAT, which was like the state exam in Florida. I don't know. I know every state's different. What was I saying? Literally, Brittany Broski's so good at this. She always remembers what she's saying. I do not come back to what I'm saying often. Oh, God. I'm bad at math. Okay, so, that, like, harmed my SAT score. Like, people I'm going to school with, they're getting, we went back to 1600s, converted back to the 1600 from 2400, like, 1400, 1500, they're getting like 35 on the ACT. I'm like, 1210 and like a 27 or 28, because like I would do so well on one section and the math was just horrible and I hated myself over it. I'm like, oh my God, you're so bad at math. You're not going to get to go to Harvard. Don't know why, or a good Ivy League school, or just anything, just a remotely good school. I went to UCF. It's a good school. It was a great decision. Anyway, oh shit, Henry's home. Hi. Sorry, my boyfriend came home and I was talking to him. What was I saying? Whatever. I was like, so compare my scores to other people, and I'm think if I am not getting that, I'm dumb, or I'm never going to be a doctor. Like, what am I going to do that's worth it? I've also always had this like feeling that I need to do. Definitely, I want to do something. I would like to have a job and a career that helps people. I studied political science and anthropology. I my focus area of concentration was international relations and comparative politics, and I like wrote a thesis, whatever. So I'm very interested in like humanitarian things, maybe like if I could get a job at a nonprofit one day or just something. Ultimate dream would be to a foreign service officer or some kind of like thing in the State Department. That would be sick. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm very interested in that, and I want to help people, but I always was like, oh my God, you're not a rocket scientist. You're so stupid. You're not contributing to humanity. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I've always had like, I don't know, I like feel guilty. Like I feel like I need to like contribute. I can't just be here and exist. Like I need to prove myself or something. I don't know. Not to anyone but myself, I guess. I don't really know. I want to do an episode on that where I can better articulate those feelings. Now is not that time. So I want to say fuck failure because I'm tired of making myself feel bad for being me. I need to realize, what I'm trying to realize is that I kind of have this mentality of, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? Because, there's a lot of things in the world that are messed up, and I have a big heart. I want to fix them all, and I feel like I need to do all of those things, but I can't do everything. And there are people who are Mensa geniuses who are good at math, and I know they can cure cancer. And maybe I want to be an attorney, but if not, there are plenty of good people that can be the next RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I'm sorry, Queen. I messed up. I had a little lisp in your name. May she rest in peace. Wonderful woman. I'm so sorry if you hear a noise in the background. My house is about the size of a thimble. So, and my boyfriend is home. But, time capsule of real life, baby. So there are people like that they can do the hard jobs in the world. Just because I am not doing that does not mean I am not a worthy person and that I won't contribute to humanity and help people in some way. But I need to stop making myself feel bad that I am not already starting my neurosurgery residency, because I carry that weight on myself every day, and it is a lot. Why am I doing that? I can offer value in other things. Some may say that following your passion, and also I don't know what my passion is, okay? I like too many things. My hobbies change all the time. I am envious of people who have always had a clear and defined passion that they have worked hard for and have kind of had a vision for, because I am not one of those people. And I'm here to represent for those people, because it sucks to be jealous all the time. I want to do a whole episode on Mrs. Jealousy is a girl. I don't know. Is jealousy a boy? I've never really thought about it before. The green-eyed monster is real in that too. And as cliche as it sounds, some cliches just say it best. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I'm really realizing that in my life. Who said that? Kylie Jenner. It's the year of realizing things, or I'm really realizing a lot, or I don't know what she said. I don't know. I'm bad at quoting internet things. But I still have value and can offer many things in doing what I'm good at or what I figure out. But but I just want to help. I feel like a need, like not even a need, like I just want to help people. The world is so big and wide and beautiful, and there's so many people all across it, and there's so many horrible things that happen in the world every day. So I am going to provide my service somehow. I just have to figure out what works for me, and that whatever I do has value it's just a different way than something else. And no one is better than me or more worthy than me or whatever because they're a genius. And I feel like whenever I have to say things like this, I feel like people think I'm like lying to them. I'm like, I'm smart. Yes, I am. I'm so smart. Well, I hope that ramble made sense. I'm still jittery on the caffeine, but I picked Houston to circle back to the beginning, long, long ago. If you look in your mind's eye to the past, you will maybe have a little spark of this memory. I picked Houston. I didn't say this yet, but the memory of March Madness is it's like, oh, hi, I'm there. Anyway, I picked Houston to win March Madness, and their first game, I don't know if that's controversial. I feel like they're within the top 3 of people who would have picked what teams to win. Anyway, their first game is tonight, so this is the first time actually I'm experiencing, oh my god, the team that you picked to win actually has to play a game and they could lose that game. So, lots of caffeine, feeling so nervous for that, but we're going to go out and have some drinks and watch that, because if not, I might poop my pants. So, I hope I didn't make you want to have a stroke from all my talking, and that you like this and will bear with me while I kind of get more comfortable with this and figure out what's going on. I feel really good after doing that. I know I could talk, and I know that if I need to stop talking for a second or something happens, I can edit it out and I can figure it out. But thanks, that was super fun. Future Lindsay, when you're listening back to this in 40 years, I hope I'm saying this to you now, we took our advice. We're taking our advice. We're doing this podcast to be intentional and not just, sometimes I think about things and then I don't know. I don't know. I need to voice this out into the world, say it physically, make it an intentional thing. I'm manifesting it. Like we're not doing that anymore. Fuck failure. You hear that? Fuck failure. Everyone, remember that. I'm raising my fist, audio listeners. Yes, like the guy in the Breakfast Club. Okay, I've talked your ears off enough. Thanks everyone. Thank you for listening to Work in Prog-mess. I hope this audio sounds better, and I will see you next time. Whenever I film the next one, who knows? All right, bye.